What's up, everyone? Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite games, Fallout 3. It seems like yesterday they released Fallout 3, but in reality it was 2008, which is 11 years ago, which is mind-blowing. However, the game itself is really good. I mean, they put a lot of work and a lot of effort into the game. However, really at the end of the day, let's face some facts, it's an Oblivion mod sold to basically everyone. But it was successful. Either way, I love it. Commercially, Fallout 3 was a massive success. As of 2015, the estimated number of sales is 12.4 million. That's no laughing matter. Bethesda is a very successful company. Before Fallout 76 launched, I imagine the sales went up even further. I honestly believe Fallout 76 is a misstep, but the franchise is not beyond repair. To this day, I've always enjoyed playing Fallout 3. I think it's a great game. I've played through 4 times now. Be aware this review contains spoilers.
War never changes.
Bethesda did an excellent job on the voice acting for this game. Ron Perlman is the opening narrator, as well as Liam Neeson as your father.
Are you a boy or a girl?
The amount of customization for your character in Fallout 3 is impressive, especially when you consider the gender selection when looking at dialogue. Unfortunately, once you realize that all the characters refer to you as you, it seems to lose its effect.
Go on now. You've got a goat to take.
Oh, you're lucky it was me who found you. The others won't be so forgiving.
You! This is your fault. You and your stupid father. He had to go.
God, you're a cold-blooded little shit, aren't you? So, what do you think of my fine tower here? It's quite the jewel of the wasteland, isn't it?
Okay. I even stitched a little smiley face in you to keep up your spirits.
The amount of character customization in Fallout 3 is limited. It's not as fleshed out as most people would hope. Luckily, there's a modding community, or should I say, there was a modding community. Hashtag thanks, Bethesda. Fallout 3 on its surface may appear to be a first-person shooter, but the controls don't really allow for that kind of mechanic. The game itself is an RPG at its core. It has 3 levels of customization for how you deploy your character. The first being the special system, second being skill points, and lastly is perks. Perks can make your character extremely powerful and should not be overlooked. The variety of perks in Fallout 3 set the bar for the series with Bethesda at the helm. This would provide the series with a rock-solid foundation to which Fallout New Vegas would capitalize on, and unfortunately, Fallout 4 would miss the mark. The first half an hour of Fallout 3 is a pretty standard affair when it comes to RPGs. You are born, you are raised, you learn, and unfortunately, tragedy ensues, meaning you are forced into a violent and desperate world of the capital wasteland. All I can say is, you need to keep an open mind. Oh my god, what is that? And what is that? And whatever the hell that is. Oh Lord, Bessie, what do they do to you? Have you tried anger management? Kill it with fire! Evergreen Mills has a brothel? Oh look, I made a friend. Oh sweet salty Christ. Similar to the perks in Fallout 3, the variety of enemies is rather verbose. I've never gone to a location and felt let down, be it raiders, mirelurks, super mutants, or any other type of enemy you might find in the game. One of my favorite quests in Fallout 3 involves an undetonated nuclear warhead at the center of the town of Megaton. With an explosive skill of 25 or higher, the player is given a choice to either attempt to disarm the bomb or rig the bomb to explode. This quest outlines how Fallout 3 is unrestricted in letting you make your own choices, whether you want to save the town and its inhabitants, or you can go with the latter. One of my favorite moments from my last playthrough was finding a drug vendor in the middle of the wasteland. He immediately offers you his wares. Upon inspection, I decide I will not be buying any of his product. Man, I got 5 kids to feed. One of my biggest griefs with Fallout 3 has always been its main storyline. At its core, it seems like a good idea. You're trying to track down your father, to which you go to Megaton, you meet Moriarty. He represents the first level of this magical fetch quest. You can either pay him, try and convince him using speech, or you have to go and beat up people for money. Upon satisfying Moriarty, he lets you know that your dad had traveled to the Galaxy News radio station. This leads to one of the more cinematic moments in Fallout 3, where you meet the Brotherhood of Steel, who is in current battle with the Super Mutants. This leads to an amazing scene where one of their initiates is unfortunately killed. I must go, my planet needs me. Upon defeating the superhuman behemoth, we get to meet Three Dog, who is the second level of this magical fetch quest that is Fallout 3. His quest involves us going to the Museum of Technology in the Washington, D.C. Mall and recovering the Virgo 2 lander dish, to which, upon receiving the dish, we are required to take it to the top of the Washington Monument to install it. Three Dog then tells us that our father has gone to Rivet City. At Rivet City, we meet Dr. Lee. She is level 3 of the fetch quest. She sends you to the Jefferson Memorial. Level 4 of the main quest takes us into the Jefferson Memorial, where we find an audio log that informs us our father is in a vault located on the west side of the Capitol Wasteland. Level 5, upon arriving at said gas station, we find a hidden vault, Vault 112. This vault turns out to be a virtual reality session. Just remember, kids, if you can't make a quest line, simulate one. Level 6, we enter the simulation, and to heck with this, we trigger the failsafe and get the heck out of here.
Do you realize what you've done?
Ain't nobody got time for that. And me oh my, we found dear old dad. And he's dead. Oh boy, Fallout 3 sure does have good character development. I mean, you maybe spend half an hour, maybe an hour with your dad after discovering him, after going through way too many steps, and boom, he's dead, gone, just like that. From this point forward, Fallout 3 has you resume your father's work, Project Purity. In order to accomplish this goal, you have to work with the Brotherhood of Steel. With their help, they inform you the location of Vault 87. Unfortunately, though, you have to travel through Little Lamplight, which is a colony of children, by which you gain entry by using the Child at Heart perk. If this isn't a Moonwalker simulator, I don't know what is. After proceeding through Vault 87, you find a prisoner. His name is Fox. He is a super mutant, yet he is sentient. It's a very interesting mix to see a super mutant who can actually talk, at the same time hold an intelligent conversation. As we proceeded into Vault 87, we find the Gek. Typically, what you would do is you'd have Fox, who is your follower, go in, grab the Gek, come back out, give it to you, and you would exit the vault. However, in my game, he wasn't exactly cooperative or nearby, so I had to grab it myself. So after taking more radiation than Miri Curie, we make our way towards the exit, only to see a flash grenade go off. Oh me oh my, it's the Enclave, and we're being taken. They take us back to their base of Raven Rock. There, we get to meet President Henry Eden. He turns out to be a robot. Shocking, I know. Not gonna lie, it was kind of a letdown to have Henry Eden be a robot. I have to give props to Fallout 3 for giving you the option to be evil at the very end of the base game. This was a misstep with Fallout 4 that, up until Nuka World, being evil wasn't really an option. You had a choice of the 4 main factions in game, and that was it. You were good. It was without a doubt a step backwards for the series. After completing the dialogue with President Eden, we have to escape from Raven Rock, and it's a rather thrilling escape. Lots of robots and power armor-wielding soldiers. I really liked it. It was pretty goddamn cool back in the day. After escaping, you get to meet Fox and make your way back to the Brotherhood of Steel. As we walk into the Citadel, we see that the Brotherhood of Steel is prepping to attack the Jefferson Memorial. And we get to see them start up Liberty Prime. It's amazing. I love the sequence where we get to see Liberty Prime lifted out of the basement. We make our way outside to see Liberty Prime set down the streets. He makes his way towards the Jefferson Memorial, plowing through the Enclave troops, blowing up and melting anything that gets in his way. The sequence is awesome. Fun fact, did you know you can blow up the vertebrates flying around? And at long last, we come to the final scene of Fallout 3. Within the Project Purity core, we find Colonel Autumn attempting to activate Project Purity without the proper information on how to activate it. He threatens us for one last fight. Unfortunately, Colonel Autumn is not a good final boss. And for such an amazing game, for a game that I would easily give 10 out of 10, Colonel Autumn is the worst final boss. He dies in no time flat. Even the Deathclaw Sanctuary is a tougher challenge than the final boss. I can't believe they did this. Heck, I would have taken a room full of Garys. On second thought, scratch that. In the end of the game, you have to enter Project Purity and enter Revelation 216 into the control console to save everyone from a large explosion. If you're anything like myself in the first playthrough, you immediately forgot that. In the process, this leads to your immediate death, and thus Fallout 3 comes to a close. You might be thinking, let's just send Fox in, he's immune to radiation. No, you have to pay for that. That's in the Broken Steel DLC. How dare you try and be smart? The last thing we see in Fallout 3 is a series of images which reflect upon the actions you took during your playthrough. To its merit, Fallout 3 is a great game. Had it received the proper amount of polish and removed many of the bugs that the game is famous for, it would be worthy of an A+. Unfortunately, in my mind, it's only an A. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day.